Recent tests have shown that Pittsburgh has some of the worst air quality in the country. There are a lot of factors, including the weather, pollution, and, of course, the region's geography.
Yesterday, KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan took a look at the role temperature inversions and the steel industry play in our air quality. Today, he's delving into what the role the shale gas industry might play.
The air we breathe today in southwestern Pennsylvania is vastly better than the dark days of our industrial past. And clean air advocates agree that controlling emissions at U.S. Steel's Clairton Coke Works could put us on a par with the rest of the nation.
If we were to improve the emissions from that plant, it's possible that our air would be near the 40th or 50th percentile in the country.
U.S. Steel says it's committing $200 million to do just that. But even if it succeeds in controlling those emissions, the debate will not end there.
The biggest threat going forward is this new industry that has come into our region, which is the overall shale gas industry.
Shale gas and fracking, well pads, compressor stations, and pipelines, all about to feed the multi-billion-dollar cracker plant in Beaver County. Matthew Mahalik of CMU's Breathe project argues we're about to replace the environmental problems of the steel industry with those of the new petrochemical industry.
We've done this before. We have had in our past an industry that is a high volume, low margin, commodity type industry that had very heavy environmental and health impacts. And it took us 40 years to recover from that when that system unwound.
The cracker plant will be permitted to put 160 tons of particulate matter in the air every year. Sounds like a lot, but it's less than one coal-fired power plant. Environmentalists say the bigger problem with shale gas development is methane and VOCs, volatile organic compounds that they say contribute to ozone and global warming. The industry says the threat is overstated.
Last year, 780 wells drilled in Pennsylvania, more than 19,000 inspections. There's no industry in the Commonwealth that's under the kind of scrutiny that Pennsylvania's shale gas industry is under, and we've invited that.
Still, it's ignited a debate. Leading the opposition is Mayor Peduto, who wants to put the brakes on fracking and the cracker plant in favor of a clean energy future.
And as we look at our economic development strategy for southwestern Pennsylvania, it has to be based around clean air and clean water. If we can't provide that to our people, we're not going to have people who want to come here to work.
But labor leaders looking at the cracker's potential for spin-off jobs and economic growth believe it's not an either-or proposition.
We have an opportunity here that a lot of regions do not have, but that does not understate the concerns of what our residents have. We can have both. That has to be the most important. We have dialogue. We're known for dialogue, and that has to start now.
The cracker is soon nearing completion and promises not only hundreds of permanent jobs, but spin-off industries as well. And there will be this ongoing push and pull between those who welcome this economic shot in the arm and environmental advocates who demand clean air. Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.